Okay, I'm gonna be making Act 6 video today. Act 6 Chapter 1 Quest 1. And I will probably complete Chapter 1 on this channel and see how these videos perform. And this was actually not my idea. I got it from a comment and he said he needed help. And so here I am. I had nothing new to do, so I'll do this. Okay, before we start with the video, I have looked ahead of the quest, and the most important champs that you can upgrade if you have them are Red Magneto and an OG Hulk. These two champs can carry you through any quest through chapter 6, and they hard carried me through chapter 7 as well as 8. Okay, so I still use them and I love using them, but it's optional, of course, right? It's not necessary for you to have these champs, but these champs will make the path a lot less of the pain. So why am I making Act 6 right now when there are already so many? So I will explain all the little things that I got to know later on to you guys, so that you can already use them to your benefit and, I don't know, make Act 6 a little less of a burden. Okay, so I've been talking 2 minutes straight and I will just show you the team this guy has, and I'll take a similar ranking team. I don't have the same champs, or I would have taken the same champs, but champs don't really matter in chapter 1 quest 1. Okay, so I'm gonna take the similar ranking champs and I hope this helps you, man. Before we get into the fights, I should tell you a little bit about the global nodes. The global node here is no retreat. That means if you dash back twice, you will get a passive degen. Now, passive here means that the debuff cannot be purified through any means. There is no way to avoid that. Other debuffs can be avoided using immune champions, purify champions and all that, but passive debuffs cannot be purified. So you have to play around the node. The game wants you to play a certain way here, right? And what I recommend is blocking most of the attacks and go for either a parry, or if the stun is banned, you can block most of the attacks, and whenever the defender charges a heavy, punish him or her. That's how the game wants you to play it, and that's how we will play it. So let's just get into the fight. Okay, so our first fight is with Electra, and the first hit of our SP1 is unblockable, so you gotta be careful of that, and always try to push her to SP2 so that you can block most of her special attacks, and the more you parry the better. It's all about parrying and hitting and parrying and hitting, and by chance if you can't parry, just let her charge and heavy and then punish her. Okay, that's how it goes. I unfortunately took a SP1 to my face and she gives a lot of damage, bro. I'm a paragon and I'm dying to Electra. That's insane. But yeah, just be careful and always try to push her to an SP2. Also, try to do this fight with a good amount of health. I messed up, but you can restart, right? I was overconfident and went in, and bro, it was messy. But you try to do this fight with around 70-80% health, because Sunspot is important in one more fight in the future. Not in the future, in the next lane, but in the same lane, but next fight. But you get the point, right? Anyway, the next fight, Void. Now, Void is kinda tricky, but you have got to overpower him. You have to kill him in an SP2 or 2 SP2s, because if you don't, he can get really annoying, and once you miss the timer, he will stack a whole lot of debuffs on you and punish you so many times. So try to overpower him like I did. I charged the Guardian with 2 SP1s and then threw an SP2 to kill him off, and that worked pretty great actually. Also, his special 2's first hit is unblockable, so try to avoid pushing him to an SP2 And I forgot to mention that he is incinerate immune, so don't try to bring Sunspot on him. And anyone else can clear him, but I will put suggested counters in my opinion according to your deck at the end of the video. So make sure you see that and take appropriate counters. And yeah, Void's fight is not that tough. Just baiting specials is tough because usually you bait specials by dexing and not holding block. But in this case, you can't double dex, and because you carry the risk of getting the degen. So just try your best to avoid his SP2 or SP3, and just leave the rest to luck, man. You can't control everything. You will make mistakes. You just need that one good run, good. Moving on to the next Killmonger fight, which is possibly the most annoying fight in this chapter. I had a tough time with him, but hopefully you can do it better, man. Like, I got a lot of degen because baiting his specials was necessary. He charges really quick, and I had to bait, or he would have been pushed to an SP3 and I would have died or lost 50% health, which I did lose from degen. I don't know, but yeah, Killmonger is pretty tough. Just okay, first pointer here would be to don't strike into his block. If you strike into his block while he has his charges, he will go unstoppable and will punish you bad. Okay, also keep baiting his specials and somehow try to kill him. You might lose a champion or two here, but this is the most annoying fight of this path, and it's okay, man. You'll have at least one annoying fight in the whole path, or otherwise what's the point, right? So yeah, just try your best to kill him off with one champ. Even if it fails, try two, and if the second fails, try three, and if the third fails, then restart. Yeah, that's my final advice here. Just restart if the third champion also fails. Yo, I just checked his attributes, and his vibranium can be disabled with an armor break effect, in which in my case I could have used null to armor break him and remove his vibranium armor to his reduce his critical resistance so that he can take increased damage as well as reflect less damage. So yeah, take an armor break champion, and in your case it would be Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer should kill him off pretty easily, and in my opinion is the best counter. So yeah, just take Silver Surfer and you should get through this fight totally fine. Now, the Daredevil fight, I think, is my first actual mistake here. I took Null to fight him, despite him having a Purify ability, and he purified most of my debuffs. Raw damage champions would work great here. Also, please note that he can purify your stun as well. So try intercepting. Okay, intercepting or taking hits on your block, and then when he charges heavy, you punish him. That's how this works. There will be two times where you can punish him. First when he charges heavy, and second after his special attack 1 or special attack 2. Take these opportunities and strike him if you can't intercept, but if you can intercept, then that's great. This fight should be a piece of cake for you. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sleepy. The next fight is with Thor, Jane Foster, and this is pretty easy. Just that I took Guardian and I failed miserably because once she got to the 10 energy resist charges, there was nothing I could do to damage her. So please don't take any energy or physical only champions. You need to take a mix of both, and luckily Sunspot can do that. Just charge up to his SP2 and she will have 10 physical resist charges, and then launch an SP2 which is energy damage, and she will take a lot of damage from that SP2. Okay, so Sunspot works perfect here. I actually quit the fight from Guardian and tried Sunspot, and he worked really well and I didn't lose much HP. That's why I said to reserve your Sunspot so that you can counter her here. Okay, this fight is pretty basic. Just push her to an SP2. Her SP2 is more easier to dodge than her SP1. You don't have to dodge, you can take it to your block, but yeah, her SP2 is basically, even with the degen, she will give you enough window to kill her, to dodge her SP2. Oh my god, I'm so fucking sleepy, bro. Anyway, let's move on to the next fight and I'm gonna end this. Okay, also if you have any more doubts, I'll try my best to clarify in the comment sections. You can just pin the time window where you have the doubt and I'll try my best to clarify it. So the next fight is with, I think, Ronan. Yeah, the next fight is with Ronan, and this dude is stun immune. Same thing, like I said, if your defender is stun immune, you take his hits to the block and then you kill him. See, his heavy can be easily dexed. It's only a one hit heavy, so whenever he charges a heavy, you can dex him and then strike back, punish him for his heavy. Also, whenever he has SP1, please do not use your dexterity. His SP1 is absolutely necessary to dodge. So whenever he charges to an SP1, just don't go back, take his hits, punish his heavy, just don't use your dex, because if you have a timer on and he has his SP1, you are basically dead here. So yeah, don't do that. Other than that, this fight is pretty easy. You can also push him to an SP2 to avoid that unblockable SP1, but his SP1 is also easy to dex. Just be mindful of that dex charge. Okay, now I don't think there is anything more to explain. This fight was actually really easy for me. I struggled with most of the fights here. I made some pretty common mistakes, but this fight was, a relief to me. Like, I still got it. I'm a paragon, I can still do it. Okay. Anyway, now the final fight. I'm gonna come to the final fight now. I'm gonna skip to it. Wait, just a second. Okay. Yeah, so in all of Act 6, 7 and 8, from now on you will get a switch point where you can switch one of your champions for a full health champion in your roster. This means you don't have to take a counter for boss right from the start. What you can actually do is replace a low health champion in your 5 stack for a counter to the boss, and you will get that counter for full health. So I love this new thing that was new to me when I was in Act 6, and I love what Kabam did with this. I like the idea of it being implemented everywhere from Act 6 on. Yeah, so that's pretty good. And to counter the boss, he gets a lot of healing, right? So what you would ideally need is a heal block champion like Warlock, Awakened Rocket Raccoon, and I think there are more, but I don't have most of them. I don't have many heal blocks. Yeah, Penny Parker can heal block pretty good. Penny Parker can also, but she needs to be awakened. But even if you don't have a heal block, you can out damage him. Okay, so just take a tech champion that hits hard. I took Shuri because she also gains armor up buffs when I will obviously block his specials, right? So whenever he strikes me, I gain charges, and above 10 charges I gain armor. So Shuri was a good choice for this. I don't know if you have any good tech champions, so just comment what you have below and I will suggest what would work against him. And I'll try myself before suggesting you what to take. Okay, boss is same concept, man. Like, bait his specials, don't double legs, and strike him back, kill him, whatever. You get the point, right? You see, all of this leads to a skill development. Now you might think that dashing back degen will be over here, but no, you will get it in many quests ahead, sometimes in battleground nodes, and it's basically skill development. You have to learn to adapt. Okay, that's what it is. Anyways, I think I'm done for the video, and I hope this helps the guy who commented and someone who is struggling with Act 6 themselves. I will be uploading full chapter 1 at least and see how these 6 videos perform, and my next videos won't be as long but will contain some extra information that I couldn't fit in here because this is already 20 minutes long and I don't want to push it. Yeah, so I think I'll see you next time.